Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I'm here to carry on with my junk mail journal, which is my Tatty Treasure Tuesday project. That's where I take a project that Tania at Tatty Treasure has done and I recreate it in my style. So Tania did a junk mail journal following along with IzzyBee at IzzyBee Craft Creations. You'll find them both linked in the description. And yeah, if you've followed me with this journal, you'll see that first part was making the cover out of, it was an Amazon paper bag that I turned inside out, and then I stamped the front, collaged it, and we've put together the envelopes that we're going to use inside it. Well, junk mail leaflets and envelopes, should I say. I did a little bit of collaging on camera, and I'll show you. I have gone through and collaged some more pages, using all the papers I showed you. That's the lace papers from Lorna at Tailor Made Journals. They're lovely. I think I did that one on camera. You'll also see I've decided I want to put a few flippy envelopes in. I've not attached them yet. We're going to attach those today. And I'm not going to collage the thing completely. Some of these craft envelopes, I'm going to do some stamping and stenciling. As you can see, I've got a pile of stamps out. So yeah, I've not done an awful lot without you. Oh, I did that. I wasn't sure what style I was going to go for in this journal after I'd done the bases, but I quite like that. Yeah, that's a sticker from the Botanical Stickers book, and that's a digital butterfly. And a little Tim Holtz word. All things I've already got in my stash. I've not bought anything for this journal. Yeah, a bit more collaging. Yeah, you can see I've done some more. They're from my Porch Prints, I believe. I think it's, I'm not sure of the kit name. Again, I'll list it. Some more of that lovely paper from Lorna. A little bit more there. Another envelope I intend popping on. Yeah, more collaging. So yeah, I've not done an awful lot. I did say I was just going to go ahead and collage between videos. It's collage I've done without really thinking. I've just ripped up and stuck it. Yeah, I'm leaving my edges showing, even on my leaflets. I love how it looked on that one. Yeah, you can see it was a leaflet, but yeah, I like it. So they're staying like that. I even like that orangey brown showing through. I think it fits well with the journal. So I will now get out the stamps I'm going to use. You might have these or you might want them, but to be honest, a lot of my stamps, a good 10, a lot of my stamps are 10, 20 years old. Oh, that's already open. I'm going to use, that's just a music stamp that I've got. It's in a set from Indigo Blue, one of my favourite stamp people. So yeah, it's kind of a bit, I never put it on a block and it has warped a bit. If you're watching Tanya, I know you're worried about your Tim Holtz ones warping, but they still work. So I'm going to use that. If you saw yesterday's video where I was talking about the letters I've gotten with the circles round, I might be using some of those, so that's staying out. This is they did a series of these gorgeous girl stamps, and when they were coming to the end of being popular, the range was in the UK was selling them off so cheap. They even had them in, there's a website called, it was called Every Craft's a Pound, and now it's called Every Craft's a Bargain. That's it. And I'm sure I got this from there when it were £1. I'm quite thrifty with my craft buying. Some more of these Paper Mania Urban Stamp Sets. I think that, you can see I picked that one up for £2. Yeah, they're all kind of things that Paper Mania brought so many ranges out that, yeah, like a month later there were another range and they were all being sold off really cheap. And it was like, yay, I loved it. This is one that I did. I've wanted this for ages. A haberdashery set by Joanna Sheen. And it's got these two rulers inside it. And I'm going to put some of those on the page edges. I will use them. I know in my video yesterday I said I was going to use some border stamps and then I forgot. Hey ho. And then I've got these. Couldn't tell you who these are from. If anyone knows, let me know. I'd love to know myself. They're just inky splats. Yep. So, that's it. Now you know everything I'm going to be using. I shall crack on and use it. Right, before I do much stamping, I'm going to stick these envelopes on. Yeah, I've decided where to put them. They're not junk mail envelopes, but I didn't have any small junk mail envelopes. These are little brown ones that I used to send little bits and bobs out in my orders. So that's going to be a little flap there. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to use Kalal, I think. Come here, Kalal. It's quite a large area. I'm not going to trust the sticky that's on the envelope. We all know they're not designed to stick forever. Or unless you don't want them to stick forever, then they stick forever. Right. And I'm going to place it on, not right up to the fold, or it just wouldn't lay flat once we collaged it. Just a teeny tiny. I'm going to leave a little gap. Can you see? It's not completely flush. Right. If any squidges out, it rubs off really easy, this Kalal. That seems to be okay. So that's that one. Where's my others? Where are you? I've put 4 in all together. Ah, there's one. Yeah, that's a little leaflet. And I've got, I don't even know where these envelopes came from. I've just picked random envelopes. It's quite a thick, good quality one, that. That might be a leftover from when I used to do wedding invites, to be honest. And invitations and stuff like that. So that's making it a good... Well, I've not done that since I had my kids, who are now 14. So, yeah. It's nearly a vintage envelope, or it may even be a vintage envelope. Oh, that's that one. So same again, I'm not going to put it right. Just keep it so you can see your crease. I didn't even take any notice of how far up that page I put it. It doesn't really matter. A little bit of squidge in there, rub it off. I'm moving envelope now, I'm getting more squidgage. Squidgage, I love that word. I need to come up with my own dictionary. Ooh, come off, come off. Yeah, I went a bit mad, didn't I, on that one? With glue. I was okay on first one. Then it was like, way, let's get loads on. Right, where's envelope number 3? There you are. Yep, happy with that. I've got a folder here and it keeps scratching my arm. I'm going to move it. Look, it's what I've got my stencils in. Ouch. There you go. Sit up, floor. Stop hurting me. Oh, do you know I'm very chilled today? I'm forgetting to talk, aren't I? I'm like, yeah. Let's have a relaxing day. Yeah, that way. Let's have some sound effects. I've been watching Cold Feet this morning while sorting out some rubbish. I've just been doing some decluttering in the house in general. I have a tendency to hoard, but then I also love to go through it. I'm like, hoard it for 6 months, go through it and throw it away. I really need to get to that stage where I just don't hoard it for that initial 6 months. And that'll save myself an awful lot of time. Well, I've been watching Cold Feet while I've been doing it. I don't know if you ladies in the US will know Cold Feet. Yeah, it's like... I was going to say, I was about to say it's like a British version of Friends, but it's not. But there is a little bit of a crossover with Friends. Yeah, one of the actresses, Helen Baxendale, who plays Rachel in Cold Feet, played Emily in Friends, Ross's crazy British wife. I think we can call her crazy. Yeah. Right, this one I've not said. I'm putting it inside that window envelope, facing away. So I'll still be able to use that as a pocket with something showing through the window. But we'll also have this little flippity flap there. So I'm hoping none of that squidges out on the inside, because it will close my window. It will close my envelope. No, that's fine. Right, is that them all? Yeah, that's one, so that'll flip out. Perfect to put a little card in. Then we have two. Where's the other one gone? And three. I've done them all flipping that way, haven't I? Flipping heck. Oh, this one flips a different way. I'm even on camera with that flip. Yeah, just. Stamps are in way. So, there we have our 4 envelopes on. I'm now going to go through and do some stamping. I collaged all the pages that were not just plain brown. Well, not all of them, some of them. But I now want some stamping on these brown ones. I'm going to put some collage on, but they're perhaps not going to be completely collaged. Right, and I'm going to go in first, I think, with this. Right, I'm going to grab myself just a random piece of card. What shall I use? You look like a... Oh no, I can't use you. You're a Harry Potter map. Why on earth have I got a Harry Potter map? Right, grab a random piece of card off your shelf, woman. Tell you what, grab a couple of random pieces of paper. You know, all the rubbish I've got, you wouldn't think I'd have so much trouble finding a random piece of card. That'll do. Right, just so that I'm not going to be stamping over onto places where I don't want to stamp. Move those that are getting in your way. There we are. Right, I'm not going to be doing a lot of thinking about what I'm stamping. I'm just going to be random and crack on with it. I'm quite enjoying this junk journaling without too much thought put into it. Right. Again, I'm not using a stamp block. I do want to know which way is up on this music, and I have no idea. So we'll just use it any old way. This, I'm really concerned that I'm going to end up dipping this in something, you know. This string. There, you stay safe on the back page, mate. Right, I'm using my... Have I picked coffee dye? Yeah, coffee dye archival ink. I've totally forgot what colour it's going to be. Can't remember what colour I used up front. So I'm going to give this a whirl and see what happens. Right, let's have a bit of... Oh, yeah, I like the colour. I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to put a bit more there. And then I'm going to go through and I'll do this one side. I could even do it on there, but I don't want to. Oh, look at me. I could, but I don't want to. So why did I even suggest it? Because I'm a crazy woman. Pop that under there. Let's have a bit there. You know, now I'm going through it, there doesn't seem to be as much brown as there were when I were doing my collaging. And you can go there. I might have some that's just going to go off the edges. So even when I do collage, you'll see music behind. Yeah, just want to catch them edges. Okay, a rest with music on that one. I'm making you dizzy while I'm flipping, but this, I don't want to just do one page at a time. There we go. And I've done with music stamp. I'll grab a baby wipe and clean it off. I can't face leaving my stamps until end to clean them. It'd stress me out too much. Right, what next? Right, I'm going to put a couple of strategically placed rulers. Yeah, and I want to do those darker. I'm going to do those in my potting soil, which is another archival one, but it's a slightly darker ink. And I think I need to put this one on a block. I'm not going to use a block that's long enough, because do I even have one? I don't even think I do. I've got this giant thing. No, that won't do. So we'll just have to do it that way, yeah. Let's ink that up. I don't want that line at the end showing, so I'm not inking all the way to that end. And same with 5. So where I have got ruler, I want it to fade in and out, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And I think I want some here. I'm going to dip some in ink, aren't I? Oh, I could put it here. Let's see if this even works. I'm going to have to turn this sideways because I can't see if I'm even nearly, remotely straight. And it's going to be a little bit straight. I think that's wonky as a donkey, but it's on. You'll only see bits of it poking out. Right, I'm not going to bother with white. Well, I could have a little bit of something showing on edges, yeah, but not a ruler. I think I want it down the edge of that envelope. Yeah. Put it back in. So, I'm having to work out where to put this card, because I don't want it to obviously run off and go on the piece underneath. I want this down that edge. I'm not bothered if I get a perfect impression. That's not... I like that. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to flip that
Here's
over.
something I found on Wikipedia.
Go on, Gertrude.
Vectoria is an Anglo-Dutch-owned American brand of ice cream novelties sold from ice cream trucks as well as stores and other retail outlets.
Really? We'll all sleep better now, we know that, won't we? Thank you, Gertrude. I don't even know what triggers that thing. It must be faulty. It is, it's old. It's got old ears. It's a bit like my cat. My cat's old. Although, I think she may be going deaf. But then other times I think she's just like playing on it. You know what I mean? She's not really deaf. She just thinks if we treat her like... If we think she's deaf, we'll just be extra soft with her and treat her like a baby and just run around doing everything for her and carry her in house because she can't hear us shout her. Then the other day she's laid out on patio and she heard me. She heard the clicking lock as I unlocked the door. I'm like, you're not deaf, are you? You knew I was coming with some treats. Yeah. Oh, I've done that upside down. I'm not going to stress. It don't matter. The world won't end. Although, as someone pointed out, it could. Yeah, it could. Everything's a possibility, isn't it? Everything. Right. I'm not going to do any more ruler. I don't want to get too giddy using too much of the same stamp when I've got so many to go at. Yeah. And I'm happy to be getting some use out of them. It used to be a good excuse to get a new stamp set if someone wanted a particular card. Someone would say, oh, can you do me a jungle theme card for our little Jimmy? And you'd be like, oh yeah, I'll go out and spend £20 on jungle stamps and then make a £5 card. Right, I'm going to start from back this time. I found it easier somehow working that way. I don't know if I want any ink splats. What was the other one I said I wanted to use? I took out a few odd ones. I've got that, but that's going to be for specific places when I decide where those specific places are. Got lots. I forgot I even owned these. They're a bit, some of them are a bit what I would call cheesy though. It is a stamp, but it says happy birthday with love, so that says with love. I wouldn't use it on your special day, happy birthday. It might look like a postage stamp set, but that one's pretty good. That's pretty good, but you know, I don't think for here. I'm going to get my Timmy Alts out ones. I want some random numbers stamped about the place. I'll get a little stamp block for this. cute. And I'm going to try this VersaFine. Can't remember what colour that comes out at. So I'm just going to stamp something down in this bottom corner. Put my card under. Oh, I like that colour. I think it's a little bit darker even than my coffee. I'm going to go somewhere completely random. I'm even going to put it on there, on top of... Yeah, I'll put it on top of that. Because I can. See, my ink nearly went in there then. This ink is going to cause me problems. And this string. I'm going to flip right to the other end of the book to put another one of these in. I'm going to put it there across that postmark. Yeah, I like that. Clean that one off and we'll swap to another number. 3045. I mean, you don't even have to have Tim Holt stamps to get this. Make them up from your own old stamps. Any number stamp set. In fact, this, I'm going to put it... No, I don't want a number opposite that. I'm going to pop one on here. Yeah, like it. And that one, I'm going to put there. That's enough for that one. Yeah, if you've got a set of 10 stamps, you can make infinite numbers. Yeah. Or is it? Can you make... Is it a trillion? I don't know. I don't know how numbers go. I've nearly got ink on corner of the book. There's going to be some happy accidents on this book, I tell you now. I'm going to pop that there. And I think I went off camera then. Did I get my corner? Oh dear. This is so stressful, I'm telling you. I'm going to put one there because I can. That's enough of that number now. We might get round to some stenciling. Yeah, well, we've just got so many numbers. I love that little bank of teeny tiny numbers there. It says number 74, 84, 57 and 31. Oh, I really want to put corner at journaling. That's ink, don't I? We've got a number on there. I think I'm just going to stamp that through HMRC's address. Yeah, that's their Revenue and Customs. I'm going to put one there inside that flap. Yep. There's loads of stamps in here I've not used yet. I'll show them you again if you've not seen them. Agent 1929. Oh, we've got the birdie. These might, do you know, like I did well, I used just basic plain stamps yesterday, didn't I? I did letters and I did some phrases, but the way I did those, you could do these exactly the same. Just stamp them, cut them out, back them on some craft card. It'll make lovely embellishments. You can go to town with those. You could spend a week making those, couldn't you? Right. I'm going to use some inky splats next. I do have an ink splat stencil, but it'll make a change to use these stamps. I have used these. And I'm going to try... I've got this Toffee Crunch. Why did I buy Toffee Crunch? Because I kept watching people who were using Toffee Crunch. So I bought it, and to be quite honest, it's not my favourite ink for stamping with, this Memento. I much prefer VersaFine and the Ranger Archival. Right, let's see what we get here. I'm going to put this somewhere where I could collage over it if I don't like it. There we go. I like it. I do. It doesn't come out really dark. It's... Right, let's flick them. I'm going to put one on there. Because I can. I want this to just be very busy and random, this journal. Randomly busy. A bit like me, that. I'm randomly busy. I'm always busy, but I flip from one task to another. Some days I complete 0 tasks, then other days I'll complete 20 because they were all half started the day before. Right, one more of this, which is really light on here. Yeah, I like. So you will see a lot of stuff, well, not a lot, you'll see stuff in this journal that I've done off camera. But I think, as you can see, it's still very random. Not a lot of thought and planning going into it. I've got this idea that I want this very eclectic, random, junky journal. And so far, it's going like I want it to. Oh, I'm going to put that there. Yeah. I'll save some stamping as well to do over the collaging. But I just want some poking it. I don't know how much of that I'm going to cover. I really don't know. No, I'm not going to put the same one that I put on the other side. That would not look good, would it? I really wouldn't like that. Pop it there. So that's enough of that one. I mean, if I were making this and I wasn't filming, I'd perhaps be making myself a load of ephemera up as I was stamping this journal. Put one on there, then a couple on a piece of paper or a piece of card. Right. This needs something on it. What does it need? I think it might need a postmark. Really? Does it? I don't know. Not a postmark, no. I think it needs some, like... I'm going to stamp this one. It says receipt number on it. Receipt number 1120. And I want to go back to my vintage sepia. I like it. Oh, sorry about that noise. And I'm going to pop it here. And I'm not going to try... Yeah, I am going to try and get it straight. I lied. Yeah, I like it. I do. So that's that. So I think you get the idea now. You can see how it's coming together. I want to do some stamping on here. I think I'm going to do that one. I think I've decided my favourite colour to use is Versafine. The vintage sepia one. I may try and see whether there's a vintage sepia in the archival. Maybe it will be a slightly different colour. Yeah, oh, I'm liking this. I'm going to let that dry a little bit longer. It still looks a bit wet. I'm not sure if that does take longer to dry, that vintage sepia. So, I think that's it for stamping today. They're all nice and clean. I'm just going to grab, where's the stencil gone that I want? Oof, what am I like? Yeah, battery went. I will one day learn to delete my videos after uploading them to YouTube, but that day has not come quite yet. Anyway, you've not missed much. I was looking for my stencils that I want to use. I've pulled out this one. Yeah, with the sunflower. Very much like the label that I've used, the sticker that I used on the pocket page, and some foliage. I've got this other foliage one, and then I've just done I did a teeny bit of stenciling. I've done the sunflower there. I really like it there. I've done it quite dark. I didn't intend to do it that dark, but when I'd done it, I loved it, so hey ho. I then flipped all the way to the front. Oh no, I didn't. On the way, I did a very faint sunflower there. I just didn't re-ink my brush. Yeah, so I just got the dregs of the ink that was on and it's come out lovely on that green painter's paper. And then I did a little bit of stenciling there with the foliage. Yep. And then I decided that were enough for today. And I told you, look at me, I'm talking past tense. I didn't tell you anything because no one ever saw that video because it didn't get made because my camera had run out of battery. So I'll tell you again. I'll pretend I haven't told you before now and just crack on. So yes, next time I will have done a little bit more collaging, because I then want to come in and do more of the stenciling over paper and onto the collage parts as well. Yeah. I can't see the point in doing too much that's going to get covered up. I think I need to collage that. I'd not quite decided where I was going to put those envelope pockets. That's where I'd left some of these. But now I've decided I'll crack on and do more collage. I will also, next time then, be choosing some of these Project Life cards to use in some of the pockets. I don't want to use anything too thick. I've got quite a lot of pages in this journal, considering they're all envelopes and they're going to be collaged. And what I've used is not as thin. I know Tania had done all hers on the newsprint paper, hadn't she? And my printer weren't right happy when I tried that, were it? So I think these are going to be perfect. They also just go perfectly with how this journal's been decorated. And as I discovered, that fits in there perfectly. That's the small Project Life card size. If you don't know what that size is, I'll measure it. Is it like, yeah, it's just under 3. It's 2 and 7/8 by 3 and 7/8, because they're made to go in the plastic pockets that are 3 by 4 inches. So they're just a smidgen smaller than that. So, yeah, that's going to fit lovely in those little ones. And I've got lots of different sizes. Some will fit, some won't. I'll be adding tabs, doing some inking, more decorating. Some of them obviously don't really have anywhere for you to write, so I'll be popping something on the back. Yeah, something more plain. Right, so that's it. That's all I'm doing for today. I'll leave the links below to everyone who I've mentioned throughout the video. I also want to mention that Tania, Tatty Treasure, has now got a Facebook group, and she's got Karen, who is Junkbox Journals, helping her with that. So yeah, I'll link the Facebook group. I'll also link Karen's YouTube as well, because I've been watching her and she's really good. She's very down to earth. Yeah, very down to earth lady. So I'll link those and pop over and have a look. I will be putting this video in the Facebook group for you to have a look. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed what I've done. I know it's been more talking than doing, hasn't it? But yeah, you know me, I love a good waffle. So thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.